Is Councilman Jones, who will present a resolution recognizing Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse. Would Meg Wise and those accompanying her please join the councilman at the podium. Chair recognizes Councilman Greenlee. Councilman O'Neill, Councilman O, Councilman Taltenberger, and Councilman Green. Please.
So, for the past 120 years, if you've ever approached that giant wooden sliding board, you couldn't help but find the inner kid within you. I remember my first time on that wooden sliding board, and all of a sudden, whee! That's all you can do. So a couple of years ago, I took my staff back out. We have a thing called Freedom Friday, where we go and, you remember this, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Where we explore parts of the district that we need to see so that there is a frame of reference to that particular place. Now, I will admit that the sliding board somehow has gotten smaller in my mind over the years. But when my staff went down it, everybody to a person said, "Whee!" So that has not changed. Smith Playground has had over 200,000 visitors a year from every part of Philadelphia, every district, but not just in Philadelphia, but outside, and is what I call a regional asset. It's one of those things that doesn't belong to one council person, it belongs to all council people. And I'd like to say, what'd you say? It's in the fourth. It's in the fourth, though, yes. So wait a minute, I was going to get to that. But most of the individuals up here have decided to make Smith Playground their own, meaning they put their money where their mouth is and contributed to Smith Playground, for which I am truly grateful. And I know on firsthand, Councilman Johnson took his children there, and did they do was the Wii factor in effect? All of it. There's sliding board, the whole nine. And if we keep regional assets well maintained, we are better off as Philadelphians, because when people come to visit us, they remember those places that they experienced. And if it was a dump, they remember that. But if it's well kept as a treasure, as it should be, that's what they remember. So, without further ado, recognizing and honoring Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse for providing Philadelphia children and families with a free, open, safe play space for the past 120 years.
And it's always an honor and privilege to have the opportunity to have gracing with the Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse stakeholders. Newly elected State Representative Malcolm Kenyatta, thank you for being here with us today. Whereas Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse was built with a bequest from Richard and Sarah Smith and was dedicated to the memorial of their adult son, Stanfield, and
Whereas Smith's beautiful 16,000 square foot playhouse was designed solely as a play space for children by one of Philadelphia's most prominent late 19th century architects, James H. Windrum, and
whereas Smith remains a welcoming, safe, and inclusive space to over 200,000 Philadelphians annually, where differences are valued. Smith facilitates education and interaction among children and families of different backgrounds in order to promote understanding and acceptance of diversity. And
On a personal note, I'd like to thank the leadership of Smith Playground for hosting our annual Autism Play Date, which will be August 11th of this year, and thank you for hosting autistic families from all over the city of Philadelphia. Whereas Smith maintains a long tradition of free admission for families and develops relationships with community organizations in an effort to further the development of healthy children, strong families, and safe communities. And
whereas Smith provides opportunities for children in the Philadelphia area and beyond to grow physically, emotionally, and intellectually. And
whereas Smith is active in an integrated collaborative group of East Fairmount Park stakeholders and works to increase access to the park and draw visitors to the area, including residents and tourists, for a variety of outdoor and play-inspired activities and learning. And
Councilman Jones, now I know who the kids were complaining about. Whereas Smith provides year-round urban nature play, maximizing the natural resources available to Smith in its unique location and enabling children and families to enjoy their offerings throughout all 4 seasons. Smith is a steward of its park and woods and purposefully shapes programs around its tremendous assets. And
whereas Smith offers annual events like Play-A-Palooza and Kidchella Music Festival, Healthy Halloween, and Winter Wonderland to provide children and families an opportunity to make new friends and participate in fun activities while learning about the importance of play. And whereas Smith's reach is national, but it has a special commitment to and relationship with the families and children in the surrounding neighborhoods. Smith's 200,000 visitors come from 500-plus zip codes to see the playground every year, but Smith feels a sense of belonging to the local community in particular, and serving them as a priority. Now therefore be it.
Resolved by the Council of the City of Philadelphia that it hereby recognizes and honors Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse, providing Philadelphia children and families with free, open, and safe play for the past 120 years. Short, yet further resolved that an engrossed copy of this resolution, I'm doing my job here, be presented to the staff, and that's important, to the staff and board of Smith Memorial Playground and Playhouse as further evidence of the sincere admiration and appreciation of this legislative body. Congratulations.
The chair now recognizes Ms. Wise for remarks.
Thank you all so much. I also want to thank my board members who are up here with me, Malcolm Kenyatta and Betty Pettin. Thank you. And my Smith staff members, Kate Zimick, Cheryl Carson, and Shadira Myrick are also with me. And thank you. Everything I would have wanted to tell you about what a treasure and a civic asset Smith is was already summed up in the resolution. We're so proud and we're so grateful to City Council for recognizing how Smith serves children and families. As Councilman Jones said, our visitors to Smith come from every council district throughout the city, and close to 200,000 every year. They come free of charge, and they come to Smith to set a foundation for children to grow up to be happy, healthy, ready to learn, and ready to engage in civic society. Children spending time in play is the most important way that parents can help their children grow up. And I'm really proud and grateful that all of our elected officials up here with us recognize the importance of that time spent for children. So thank you all so much. I also want to say that Councilman Jones has been just an absolute champion for Smith. We're very proud to be in the 4th District. Whee! And we're very honored that we are serving all of the families of Philadelphia. So I also want to give a special thank you to other people who have been super supportive of Smith, including Council President Clark, Councilman Squilla, Councilman Johnson, Councilwoman Blackwell, Councilwoman Parker, and Councilman Green and Greenlee and O. So thank you all so much, and please come visit Smith. If it's been a while, it's better than ever. So I hope to see you out there on the slide. And whee!
Thank you for your remarks. Council, be at ease.